Hey, welcome back to Illegitimate Cuppings. It's been a while. We're sorry about the break, but we're all a little bit older, a little bit wiser, and we're going to bring you some really interesting facts about coffee these days. Joining me today is my good friend Nicholas, and on camera is Camden. So what we're going to be doing today is a demonstration and review of the Kalita Wave pour over and the Chemex pour over, reviewing the two and discussing some of the pros and cons and why you might want to choose one over the other. In order to do this, we're going to be using a very nice honey processed coffee from Lexington Coffee Roasters. So to give this a fair demonstration of the differences between these two, we're going to try to keep everything as congruent as possible between these two brewing methods. To start with, I'm doing the Kalita pour over because that's my preferred brewing method. It's what I've been practicing with for a couple years now. The same with Nick on his Chemex. It's what we're both very well practiced in and know how to do. Secondly, we're both going to be using 28 grams of coffee, 448 grams of water, heated to exactly 200 degrees, both using Bonavita gooseneck kettles. And we're both going to use this same grinder, perhaps tweak the grind setting a little bit each way to accommodate the particular brewer and its dynamics. With the prep for a Kalita, you want to make sure, like with every pour over, you do the method of pre-wetting the filter to wash off any particulates that might affect the flavor profile of your coffee. But other than that, setting up the Kalita is just dropping the filter in, wetting it, and tearing out your scale.
Chemex filter looks like a square. Now with the filter, what you're going to do is you're going to open it up. One side's going to be literally one piece. The other's going to have three. It's going to be thicker. So you're going to put the side that has 3 layers of paper towards the spout. Always wet the filter and heat up the base.
I'm not ashamed 'cause you saw me cry. I'm not angry 'cause I caught you lying. Whoa, baby, no matter what you do, I'm gonna keep on loving you.
So Nick's brew is finishing up. The Kalita's been ready for about 30 seconds now. Right now I'm prepping a little bit of Perrier to serve as a palate cleanser for us so that we can use the sparkling mineral water with its carbonation to kind of scrub any particulates and flavor off of our palate between sampling. It's going to give us a clearer picture of what is very particular to that cup of coffee without too much residual contamination from the previous sample. Lexington Coffee, on their key flavor profile of this particular coffee, says that we should be picking up some raspberry, some tangerine, and cocoa. With the Kalita and the Chemex, I think every one of us agreed that we're picking up raspberry. With the Kalita, it's a little bit sweeter, a little bit smoother. With the Chemex, it's a little bit sharper, but a little bit brighter. What you would expect from a nice, fresh, ripe raspberry. And that might be where some of their tangerine thought comes into with the flavor profile, is because it is so sharp that there is a tangerine citrusy flavor there. Beyond this cup of coffee, is there any particular reason why you choose Chemex over Kalita?
Honestly, I choose Chemex over Kalita because I'm often not making coffee just for myself. And with the Chemex, I can make a lot more than I can make with the Kalita. Do they have a version 3 of the Kalita?
They don't.
And that's the reason I would choose the Chemex. If I have people coming over and I wanted to make 20 ounces, 24 ounces of coffee, I can easily make that amount in even the 6-cup version of their Chemex. Whereas with the Kalita, I can kind of make enough coffee maybe for 2 people.
2, maybe 3.
Maybe 3. Whereas I can make more coffee with the Chemex. And
another great thing with Chemex over Kalita is, and you have the full craft with Chemex, whereas with Kalita you either have to find a little serving container or buy one of their additional things that give you something to brew into. You have 2 very distinctly different methods. With the Kalita, you have this flat bottom brewer that comes with a flat bottom filter, of course, that relies on just the shape of this, the ridges in it, to slow down the brewing and create that extraction rate.
Because this is a thicker filter, I actually am going to make it just slightly coarser than I would for like a Hario, just because it's going to sit in there a little bit longer and extract just slightly longer due to the thickness of the filter.
Side by side, it depends on what you're going to use it for. My stuff tends to get beat up a little bit. I like to go camping and throw a brewer in with my gear. If it gets moved around, I've done coffee at farmers markets, that kind of thing. A stainless steel brewer is amazing for that, and I would have destroyed 3 or 4 Chemexes at this point. So I think we're in a tough place with these. There's not a definitive winner. We have to break down to the distinctions. On this particular cup of coffee with this particular bean, I have to give the prize to Kalita. It's a slightly more preferable cup of coffee according to my palate, and I think. And what do you two guys think?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you there.
As a quick note, I do want to mention that we are in no way sponsored or endorsed by any of these guys. And Chemex is a brand that's been around since 1941. Kalita's been around since the 1950s. We don't know them. We're not receiving money, payment, any kind of favorable anything from them. We're really just 3 idiots who like coffee who are telling you what we like about the coffee we like. But we will take sponsors if they come to us.
You might be an idiot. I'm a genius.
Oh yeah? Tell us about that. Tell us more.
I'm not telling anything.
Can you tell us more about that? Tell me more.
I shouldn't be talking today. I'm tired.